Okay, juniors, in the last section of chapter 16, we look at the growth of cities, urbanization. Everyone's moving to find a job. We're moving away from an agrarian society to a more industrialized society. And with that, we also see a rise in immigration. And it's an immigration from some new sections, Southern Europe, Eastern Europe. And so we see some differences, maybe more Catholic, Eastern Orthodox religions, Judaism. And so there's questions not dissimilar to what we have today. Are they going to take our jobs? Are they going to assimilate into our culture? Um, the United States was predominantly Protestant, and now we have Catholics moving in to the West Coast. We also have an influx of people immigrating from China, and what is that going to look like, and how are they going to assimilate? But it is where we're going to be. People do assimilate, and that's where we get the term melting pot. With this growth in industry and immigration and change and moving forward, we also see some new ideas come in. So your book highlights Charles Darwin and the origin of the species, and really more what Spencer looks at with social Darwinism, and also an idea called reform Darwinism. And then your book talks about some of the new trends in literature. So we have our great Mark Twain and our Adventures of Huckleberry Finn and Life on the Mississippi, and we see a shift of realism away from romanticism. And so things are depicted more realistically than they had, and not these ethereal romantic ideas floating around. Naturalism also takes a new approach in literature. You've got The Red Badge of Courage with Stephen Crane, Jack London, and Call of the Wild, which may still be in theaters, but I don't think the theaters are open. But Harrison Ford just remade that one. And then materialism, of course, with all this growth and wealth. When we think of the Gilded Age, I think of immigration. I think straight to Titanic. You've got the rich people up on the upper deck, and then you've got the steerage way down below. And that movie, especially in the beginning scenes, does a great job of depicting the different classes of society during this time frame. And so there is a great expansion in materialism. The rich are getting richer, and the poor are getting, as your book says, less poor. We also see pastimes like baseball and bicycles and entertainment growth. And then comes along a spiritual revival of sorts with Dwight L. Moody, and there's a great opportunity, especially in the big cities, to evangelize, and he will take advantage of that and be a front runner in that process. He adds singing to his events, and that leads us to the gospel songs. And so Fanny Crosby, she's highlighted on page 377. She's written many of the hymns that your churches have sung over the years. And so be sure and read that section and check that out. I hope you're doing well. There's Jackson. And we will have a quiz on Friday. It's open book, and it'll be mostly multiple choice. And then we're moving on to chapter 17. Hope y'all are doing well.